Oil from OPEC accounts for a good 40% of all the oil we use, and the biggest producer by far up here is Saudi Arabia. It produces nearly 9 million barrels a day. Iran, as you can see here, comes in at number 2 with about 3.7 million. Iraq rounds out the top 3 with about 2.7 million. These other countries over here are also some of OPEC's other major exporters. But on the heels of regional violence in the Middle East and North Africa, as you mentioned, there is one OPEC country that you won't see here, and that is Libya. That's because of its civil war. Now, Libya used to pump out about 1.3 million barrels of oil a day, but that flow has since stopped. Meantime, in other countries, I want to pull up this map here, Yemen is also violent and unstable. It's a non-OPEC country, but it does produce about 260,000 barrels a day. This could dry up if the current unrest keeps going on in that country. Meantime, Syria, similar situation there, some political violence in the country. This non-OPEC country pumps out about 150,000 barrels a day, but we could also see that stop if violence continues. Meantime, I also want to bring up Saudi Arabia here, but before I do that, the turmoil in Libya is slowing the flow of oil there, and further unrest in the region could reduce world supplies further. The problem with increasing production to offset this is that OPEC's capacity might be near its limit, and that could mean OPEC might not be able to do much to bring down oil prices. Saudi Arabia is increasing production to offset this is that OPEC's capacity might be near its limit, and that could mean OPEC might not be able to do much to bring down oil prices. Saudi Arabia, as I've just pulled up, is the only major member with spare oil. That's estimated to be about 2.5 to 3 million barrels. So to sum it up, Nina, we're seeing rising crude prices that may slow down the economic recovery around the world. OPEC might not have the spare capacity to make a difference.
No, they cannot. Saudi Arabia's been lying about their reserves for decades. Saudi Arabia, the last 2 times, said we're going to increase production, and they couldn't increase production. They told George Bush they couldn't increase production, and they cannot. Don't fall for that. The reason oil is going up is the world is running out of known reserves of oil.